this is the King from Danish ClanWar. Today we're going to show the latest 10v10 bash tournament. We were the lucky ones drawing the Dark Whales, which is a merge between Dark Looters and War Whales, at the first battle in game. And we had zero chances even before the fight began because it was an unfair match also just on the looks because we didn't have max offense, and as you can see here it's a level 2 and only level 3 Inferno Tower for a TH11, so already on the defense we were doomed, and on the offense as well we were doomed. You can see here it was it was up the hill with these level ones, infernos. So yeah, it, we already lost before the war began in this battle here because they were just so much better in their defense than we were, and also in the offense because all of those guys they were like maxed in both defense and offense wise. So it was already on that front we did lose, and that's only by looking at the the statistics, the math of the fight, regardless of looking at the skills, because Dark Looters and War Whales are probably the best clans in the world at the moment with this kind of setup with few TH11s and few TH10s, and a lot of TH9s. They're probably the best. I think Dark Looters didn't lose any battles in the CVL as well, so that just shows that these guys they have skills. They can something no one else can do. Um, so basically, yeah, they won. They made crazy attacks, like impossible attacks, but they're skilled and they managed to do it. Um, but their defense, even though they're maxed, it's not like I was, wow, this is a clan that has some kind of crazy ass defense. Look, at least not in the top. Their TH9 defense, they were wow. Their TH9 defense. I will show you later. But this base, I was like, just add in the king and the queen and you whip out this section here easily, and then you have a pathway going in this direction, right, to get to end in the top section with the Laloon, and you don't have anything protecting really, anything splash protecting the queen, meaning that a poison and a skeleton, it's like, go kill me. She says, go kill me. I want to die. I really want to die. And going here when the loons takes the spot, then the poison will go down around now, and then the skeletons will go down because there's nothing to aggro the skeletons. So really, it was like, oh, this base, I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna nail it. It's easy. So so it went down, and I was like, is this possible against these dark whales, dark looters, dark war whales or whatever? But yeah, they're still human beings. They still have regular designs that are able to be a 3-star. Their biggest force is, of course, their offense skills, because they really know how to just kill it. Um, so that's where I think the Dark Looters and the War Whales, they're winning their battles. I don't think they're winning their battles on the top tier of designs. At least not in in this war here. I don't think so, because was not like I was impressed. This kind of design, that's an obvious go bitch attack me with few witches and a few bowlers and then the main army into the center. You can do it from this side and that way or the other way. The only reason I chose this way was because I get two expos. I get more DPS from this angle quicker than going from the other angle, and that's why I chose this angle here. Many people they would say use three jumps. I will say that I think lose one of the jump. That would be the third jump many people would use down here, right? And it would also work on this design. I have no doubt about that. But I still think that that second heal being placed because of this kind of design where the IT towers are in far distance from each other, then the heal has an effect in the center while the sides are being handled in the meantime, right? So even though I failed this freeze, then it's still so overpowered because I have so much of my army left that it doesn't really matter. It can kill these walls even though they're maxed and still easily get this kind of base, and it's every time it doesn't need that jump here because the DPS, the incoming DPS in the end game here, that's that archer tower and this inferno tower that has low DPS, and there was also a tower here, right, a cannon. But that's it. There's nothing more that could do the damage against this because all the defense that was like in this section here, it would be dying still, even though there were no jumps at this section, right? So they would just get healed fully, and if I did add in my freeze correctly, it would even be more impressive this attack because then most of the armor would actually still have been alive. But well, that's just how that is. What I will show you now is I will show you attacks against their TH9s because their TH9s, they're really awesome designs. We had a very hard time nailing these designs. So we had to dip a lot. We had to. It was crazy because it nothing went as we wanted it to go. We had so much bad luck, and maybe it's good design. It's maybe partly both because just on this one, this design, I think it was this design, there were a bomb over here or something like that, and it nailed the wall breakers. I can't remember if it was a Java or a spring trap or whatever. It nailed the wall breakers on many of the other attacks we have done. They really have done a quite good job on setting the traps. These guys, because the traps they are set as as good, like you see that swing there, accordingly to pathways, meaning that they almost get their all their traps used because they're very highly skilled of placing their traps. So it the traps goes with the pathways, right? Um, so but yeah, they are definitely they are worth fighting, these guys, because they are so skilled. You learn a lot of things. I wouldn't say you learn new strategies because they are not using new strategies when attacking. They are they're just doing the attacks into perfection, right? They don't fail. They don't misclick. They everything they do is like highly scheduled, highly planned. I think they probably sketched a lot of their attacks before going in, and probably also friendly challenged the placement. You know, you can do a friendly challenge, and then you can, even though it's not the same base, you can still practice the placement where you want to do the placement of your unit so that when you encounter the battle, it's like it's in your fingers immediately when you do the placement, right? And that of course will make it a lot easier to do the surgical placements in in whatever strategy actually. So, and they were very good at that. We did fail a lot against them, and they do have awesome designs, but I will still say that their designs are not as fearsome as I thought they would be. Um, I thought it would be worse than it actually were, but they were ugly. They were ugly. Don't misunderstand me when I'm saying that I thought they would be worse, because they are bad. They are cruel. It is cruel designs, but it's not like it's designs that you don't meet in normal random spin-off against good clans as well. You do. The biggest difference between this clan and good random spin-off clans, that is without a single doubt that they are fucking crazy attackers. They just nailed us completely. It was like, okay, we had fun in the beginning because maybe we could have a chance, but we very early in game saw that even their TH9 attacks, all their attacks, I don't think they made. I know they did fail some of their attacks, but truly they didn't fail, because the only reason some of their attacks failed, that was because of unpredictable items in the game, like tricky Teslas or traps being places they didn't participate them to be, right. But then they had the scout, and then they just cleaned it up immediately after. We actually only had one base, and that was J Russell's base that withhold I think it was 4 attacks before it was nailed by a TH11. Um, so we had one who did a great job on defending, right? But the thing was that even though he had a great job defending 4 attacks, and the first, I think there was a TS9 against it as well, right? But even though he made a great amount of defense, you can see it was still a lucky shot that he wasn't 3-star by TH10. Um, and that's just what I wanted to show, that they are cruel. These guys, they're really cruel, but they're also fun to meet, because you're never gonna meet these kind of clans. There are only like few of these clans in the world that has the skill set to do this as they did, to that perfection that they made. So yeah, definitely worth fighting. It was fun. I thought I would learn more on the attacking side, but what I just learned was that I'm never gonna be able to perform the way they do. Even though I 3-star their maxed, um, that they're maxed TH11, I'm never gonna be able to do this performance, because it requires. I don't know what it requires, but I don't have those skills. I think I'm a great player, but compared to these guys, I'm not that great at all, because I wouldn't be able to perform those kind of attacks they did. But anyway, guys, I hope that you enjoyed the video, and hopefully you can meet these guys as well some other day. Bye.